What's up, guys? Once again, this is My MMA Mobile, the show. My name is Lou.
And I'm Todd.
And this week on the show, top of the 10, UFC 116. We'll take a look back at that awesome night of fights between Brock Lesnar and Shane Carwin.
That was a sick night of
Woo!
fights. And then we're going to take you over to Fighter Spotlight with Darrell the Mongoose Montague. Man, he's an animal. So we'll go over him and see what he has to say about the MMA world.
All that and more on this week's episode of My MMA Mobile, the show. So this week on top of the 10, UFC 116 was a barn burner.
That was a crazy night of fights. I loved it, man.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole night.
Yeah, me too.
But it looks like our picks came out one for one.
Yeah.
Who knew Shane Carwin was going to gas at the end?
Gassed hard, man.
Anyway, let's get into it.
First off, we have Stephan Bonnar versus Krzysztof Szymanski. What do you think about that, Lou?
That was like an old school backyard after school brawl. They were just throwing it, whose chin could outlast whose.
Oh, man.
But in the beginning, Krzysztof had him, but just Stephan Bonnar's face is just made out of granite.
Yeah, it's like it's just numb. I thought Stephan Bonnar was really kind of like gonna lose in the beginning. I really was going for him the last fight. And I said that it's because of the fact that he's been through wars like Forrest and things like that, that he's going to be able to come out in the end, where Szymanski hasn't been through, he hasn't been tested like that. And that's, I think, what happened. Szymanski just basically kind of gassed out, and he didn't believe that Stephan Bonnar would go through all he did in order to win the fight.
Well, I think before every fight that Stephan Bonnar goes through, he should just get socked in the face about 4 times. Because it seems like the more times he gets hit, the better he fights, man.
Yeah.
And his ending pose, man,
yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a Stephan Bonnar fan now.
Next, we got Chris Lieben versus Akiyama. I feel that Akiyama was going to knock him out. I thought that since Chris Lieben just fought 2 weeks ago, Akiyama coming in there fresh, him thinking that he could always beat, Chris Lieben just because he's not on the same caliber.
Oh,
I was wrong.
Bad choice of words, man. Because that just fired up Chris Lieben, and he just went out there and did his job, Akiyama looked nice and sharp and everything, but for a second there, if you guys noticed, they were both out on their feet for a split second. That had me going nuts.
Crazy.
It was awesome. But, overall, it was Lieben's ground game. Who would have guessed,
Those armbar transitions, it was just like he would just spin like he was a breakdancer on his back. Just boom, boom.
Did you see the gorilla punches he gave him when he was in the triangle? He was like, bah!
That was awesome.
It was awesome. Hats off to Chris Lieben, man. He showed like heart, endurance. He really wanted that win. You could tell. And he got it. Congratulations to that guy.
And finally, the fight of the night.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
The meaties get in the cage.
What did we say? Over 500 pounds of raw meat just going in there. Muscle, basically.
Okay, we got to talk about this one a little bit. I mean, is Brock lucky that Carwin gassed? Or was that Brock's strategy to make him gas?
Because he's never been out of the first round.
True.
That is true. Brock really surprised me. I thought he was getting his ass whooped in the first round, and he really did. But it was really crazy that it was like the WWE punches that he was like, you know what, I can take this.
And did you see those first punches, man?
Oh, yeah.
Shocked the heck out of him.
Yeah,
like, he started running. He was like,
whoa,
whoa. He was like, whoa, started running. And I was like, wow. Those punches must have hurt.
Yeah. Those are the ones that he had all the power. But then after a while, the power started going from 100 to 90 to 70 to 50.
Right.
And after that, Brock was just like, oh, come on, I got you now.
Well, you know what they say, the more muscle you have, the more oxygen you need. I really believe Brock deserves the title now. I mean, he's a true champion. He weathered all types of adversity to come out with the championship. Good job, Brock.
Good job, Brock. Can't watch the fights? Get the latest MMA upcoming events, fight results, headline news, and much more for free. Text MyMMA to 69302. It's fun, fast, and free.
Next on Fighter Spotlight, Darrell the Mongoose Montague Let's check it out.
Always exciting, Darrell, the Montague.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And when you put that in,
and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, live in the sky for the homies that ain't making them all locked down. I never win no prizes is this. So I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving tight like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out. Y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts. Accountants count me in. Make millions every year. The South's champion. Cause all I do is
win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. Win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
I'm here at Millennia Fight Team with Darrell the Mongoose Montague. Hey Darrell, what's your MMA background?
You know, I started when I was about 15. I started wrestling in high school. Manny Tapia was actually one of the coaches there. I watched MMA with my pops and boxing. I love boxing, man. I've been watching that shit since I was a little kid. Met Manny and started training.
Who are the top 3 fighters in your weight class that you'd like to fight in the future?
I'm actually signed right now with Tachi Palace. My next fight is going to be with Speedy Gonzalez up there, and it's going to be for the #1 contender. So, #1 guy in my mind is him. #2 is the champ, Ulysses Gomez. After I beat Luis, going after him in a dream fight, I'll have to go with Kid Yamamoto. The guy's my hero. Both southpaws, I think we both strike. Whoever lands that right hook's gonna knock each other out. So I'd love to fight him.
You've been fighting a lot, and with each fight, you learn a little bit something different. What did you learn from your last fight?
I learned from my last fight that I don't have to go out there and go ape and just go crazy and try to knock everyone out. I can systematically use my game plan, set up my shots, and I finished them. It was crazy. It doesn't make sense, but it did. First time I went out there and used a game plan, and it worked.
I've been hearing some talk about the WEC, basically opening up different weight divisions. How do you feel about that?
I don't understand why they don't. I mean, just because I'm smaller than a 135 pounder or 155 pounder, I believe it should be all under the same UFC banner, and we should all get paid just like the big guys do.
Last but not least, the ESPY Awards just happened. Who would you take? Megan Fox or Jessica Alba?
Damn, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with Jessica Alba, man. You ever see Dark Angel?
I'm with you on that.
Nice, nice.
Would you like to have any shouts out? Thank anybody that's helped you out.
I'd like to thank all my trainers and teammates at Millennia, and a big shout out to Chris Coley, who's gonna fight this Sunday on Long Beach Fight Night. Kick some butt.
Where do you get all your MMA information at?
I get all the texts from My MMA Mobile.
All right, guys, another episode of My MMA Mobile in the can.
In the can.
We want to give some special thanks to
Darrell Montague. Thanks for that interview, and don't forget to watch his fight coming up.
And don't forget to tell your friends to text MyMMA to 69302.
We're global now, so if you have people in different countries, you can have them text MyMMA to 69302, and they'll be able to check it out too.
And I want to give a special thanks to all our subscribers across the country, California to New York.
And you want to check us out on Twitter. Definitely.
Once again, thanks for watching My MMA Mobile, the show.